All right, Sean. I think anybody who watched that from an Indy 11 perspective probably felt every emotion possible in 120 minutes plus. Can you kind of sum up, I guess, what you're feeling at the moment?
I feel incredibly proud of the players and the team and the club, the supporters. I feel proud of everybody that's involved with Indy 11, and that's across the board. The staff, the supporters are outstanding, and tonight the team and the players give absolutely everything for the shirt, and we were one kick away from going through.
I guess it's kind of harsh, but like, how bad does it hurt at the moment? What do you do?
It's tough. It stings a little bit. We've got a group of lads in there that are really gutted because we didn't get through. Played against an excellent team when you think on reflection of what we're playing against. But again, that disappointment, I've got to take myself out of that and get us nice and enthusiastic for the long trip tomorrow to Sacramento, and we're going to play against another good team at the weekend. But what we need to do is make sure that we have that same type of performance. And if I'm honest, we've not had great results so far this season. We've lost 2 league games out of 6, and I don't think we've played too great in all of them. I think we've been okay, but tonight showed the great determination, passion, which is what an Indy 11 team should look like. People throwing their bodies in front of the ball, getting set plays to set up, really professional, and then having the chances. And we thought the one chance at the end, what Elliot had, was going to be it for us. And then we're quite comfortable in going to penalties, because then they came down the other end and had a couple of chances as well. So overall, really disappointed, but incredibly proud of the players.
When you think on the performance, obviously you're pretty happy with the effort, but the way you kind of settled it into the first half, and then for good bits of that second half, we're probably the better team and had more chances.
Yeah, especially early on in the second half. I spoke to the players about not playing, with any fear. And I think they got the goal, and it was just one of them things that we just didn't manage the first 5-10 minutes too well. We were a little bit tentative. Then once they scored, it almost seemed to settle us down a little bit. We started passing the ball around, which were good, getting into areas where we know we can hurt them. Had a couple of chances, Jack Blake's, Murphy's. And then obviously in the second half, because we'd seen the picture of the first half, it was, go at it, same again. And I think we did very early on in the second half, said to the opposition, listen, we're here for the game as well. And we just couldn't take the chances that we created. And then, like I said, the one at the end was a great chance for us, but great save off their young goalkeeper.
It's kind of the cruel part of football that someone who, I don't know, you probably count how many pens he's missed on one hand, and Reese was maybe the best player on the field tonight, kind of came down to them too. I don't imagine, kind of knowing them, that you'll need to tell them to keep their head up, but what do you say to them in kind of, tough times? Move
on quickly. These things happen in football. I have no problem with anybody stepping up and taking a penalty. We practice the penalties. The goalkeepers practice saving them. Unfortunately, in that moment, they hit 5 perfect ones, and we hit one which gave the opportunity for them to keep the save, and he took it, and the keeper deserves a lot of credit for that. And I wouldn't change the takers or the order. It's just an unfortunate thing tonight. We've come on the wrong end of it, and I'm really disappointed, because our fantastic supporters have travelled here, and I would have loved to have given them a victory against an MLS team like we've done before. But I'm sure that they'll be very proud of how we've played, and we move on to the next game.
Like you said, Philadelphia's right now really on form in MLS and second in the East. Just the way you went at them, kind of what does it tell you about your group right now?
Make sure we do it next week, and then the week after that, and the week after that. That's simple. So it's really good reflection. It's really good feedback for them. It's really good that they get the chance to play in that type of game and say, yeah, well, every time we play now, we've got to make sure that we meet that standard, and that's up to us as the coaching staff and me to set the culture of what we're trying to achieve, and we make sure we don't drop our standards.
I want to ask you about, you left subs on the bench, and obviously you brought Hunter in last time. Was there any thought to that, or why not this time, I guess?
Asked, the goalkeeper coach said, we'll keep him in. He was confident. I think he was struggling with maybe a little groin strain when we brought him off in the last one. He got close to the first one. You know, he was close to the last one. The other couple, you know, were stuff that they obviously waited a little bit, and you know, it was a game, mind games between the taker and the keeper, and obviously, you know, they've put 5 away, and credit to them. We could only put 4 in.
Any other thoughts on a roller coaster of a night?
No, just again, thank you to everybody that's supporting us through this. And like I said, we're gonna try our best at the weekend. You know, full recovery and get over to Sacramento, and then you know there's other cup competitions coming up, so we like to go as far as we can in them.